Hello friends, do you know about the corporate social responsibilities which the companies under Companies Act 2013 are required to follow? Which companies are covered under CSR activities? How do they comply with these activities? Which are the activity they are supposed to take care of? Let us discuss these issues one by one. Section 135 is there under Companies Act 2013 which talks about CSR activities. It basically categorizes company into three parts or three categories I should say. One is on the basis of turnover, net worth, and third one is on net profit. If you meet any of the specified criteria in the immediately preceding year, then the company is supposed to take care of the CSR activity as per Companies Act. These criteria are: if your turnover is greater than or equal to 1000 crore rupees in the immediately preceding financial year, your net worth is greater than equal to 500 crore rupees, and your net profit is greater than equal to 5 crore rupees in the immediately preceding financial year, then you will be hit by the provision of section 135 and you will have to comply with the CSR activities. Now let us also see how the functioning is to be done by the company with respect to CSR activity. First of all, the company is required to form a CSR committee. How the CSR committee will be formed? The CSR committee will be formed by the three directors of the company. One of the director has to be an independent director. Now let us say the independent director is not there in the company by virtue of provision of section 149 subsection 4. In that case, the CSR committee can consist of two or more directors of the company. Okay. Now there may be a situation where the amount to be spent under CSR activity is equivalent to 50 lakh or less. In that case, the section does not mandate formation of CSR committee. The function can be carried out by the board of director to take care of the CSR activity of the company. Further, in case of a private limited company wherein only two directors are there, in that case also you need not have any more person in the CSR committee. The two director can comprise CSR committee and the CSR activity can be taken care by this committee itself. Now, in case of a foreign company, what happens in case of a foreign company? You need to have two members minimum. One member need to be a resident of India and other member can be nominated by a foreign company. Now, it may so happen that the three criteria which we mentioned about the net worth, turnover and net profit of the company are not met by the company in the immediately preceding financial year, then there will be no need of formation of CSR committee and the company need not comply with the requirement of doing any CSR expenditure unless and until any of these criteria are met by the company again. Lastly, the board of directors report need to specify the composition of CSR committee in their board report. So this was all about the CSR committee. Now going further, once you have formed the CSR committee, what will be the responsibility of the CSR committee? So basic responsibility of CSR committee as mandated by the law is to formulate and recommend to board of directors the CSR policy, recommend the amount of expenditure to be incurred by the CSR committee and monitor the CSR policy. So these are the three predominant responsibility of the CSR committee. Now after discussing the CSR committee's responsibility, let us discuss how much amount is mandated by the law, minimum amount to be spent by the company in CSR activity. It's basically greater than or equal to 2% of average net profit of the company during the last preceding 3 financial year. Now let us say that if the company is not able to spend the minimum of this percentage, then in that case there is a schedule 7 under Companies Act and there are certain funds which have been prescribed there. You need to deposit the amount to those funds within 180 days from the end of the financial year in which you are supposed to spend the amount. However, it may so happen that you have spent more amount than minimum mandated of 2%, then in that case excess amounts spent in the current year can be set off against any shortfall which may be coming in the next year. Now suppose there is an ongoing project and you are not able to spend the whole amount with respect to ongoing project, then what will happen? Within 30 days from the end of the year, you are required to deposit that amount to unspent CSR activity account and that amount needs to be spent within 3 years from the end of the financial year. Lastly, one important point with respect to CSR activities, the areas on which the CSR activities fund can be spent, the areas have been specified under Schedule 7 to the Companies Act 2013. These areas are eradication of extreme hunger and poverty, promotion of education, gender equality and women empowerment, ensuring environmental sustainability, protection of national heritage, art and culture, measure for the benefit for armed forces, widows and their dependent, sports activity, contribution to various funds, as specified under Schedule 7, slum area development and disaster management. So these are all the area on which the CSR activity can be performed. So friends, this was all about the CSR activity as per Companies Act. I hope you would have liked the presentation. This is Hemant Gupta signing off. Thank you for watching the video.